Okay, this is my first video of YouTube, first tech video, so I'm kind of nervous. But in this video, I wanted to talk about the Apple keynote and my thoughts on it. Um, I'm just gonna say like this: I was kind of disappointed as far as look, before you guys like get on me, I'm not an Apple fan. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I love Android, but I just didn't see the innovation as far as the products um that they that they talked about, which was the new MacBook and also the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch, I'm just gonna start off with that. I just I really don't see what, as far as the money that they're asking for, I just don't see how they're gonna ask for a base price of 349 when I can just go and get a Moto 360 or even an LG watch, which isn't that far, for 250, and the LG watch now I believe is about less than $100. So I mean, they're asking for 349, and I don't see what comes along with it that acts for that price. Um, they claim to have 18 hours of battery life for the Apple Watch. I mean, that to me is not really that good. It's mediocre at best. I mean, you can go and get a Pebble Steel and get like 7, 8 days of battery life, but people are still gonna buy it because it's Apple. They just buy it for the name. Well, some people. I'm not gonna say all people, but yeah, most people they're gonna buy it for the name. But I just don't see what the Apple Watch does that warrants that price tag when I can just go and get a Moto 360 and the watch will still look nice. And I believe the design of the Apple Watch is horrible. I think is utterly horrible. I think the Moto 360 and the other Android Wear smartwatches definitely, as far as design, look way better than Apple Watch. I think the Apple Watch looks pretty much it looks like a little kid's watch that you can could just go to the machine at a supermarket and just you know put in 50 cents and the out comes the watch. Um, as far as the MacBook, my thoughts on that is I just I think instead of just making a new MacBook, and they only made it 12 inches, and they didn't talk about the iPad Pro. I don't think so. No, I don't think they talked about the iPad Pro. But if they're coming out with the iPad Pro, I just don't see why they would even release the MacBook. That MacBook at 12 inches. It's the same size, and uh, I just don't see why they even made that when they could have just refreshed the MacBook that they already had, which was the MacBook Air 11.6 inches, I believe. They could have just refreshed that and made a new design aesthetic for it instead of just making a totally new MacBook. And it's not even that much bigger, and it doesn't even come with as far as the design. It comes with compromises. Like it only has one USB port. It has no micro SD support, so you can't pop in your micro SD card and stuff. Um, it's and it has a low power processor. I mean, I think with the MacBook that they just made, I think it's a total waste of money. It compromises, especially with the higher resolution display, the battery life. I mean, maybe the processor, it being low powered, but I just don't see the use for it when I could just go and depending on the pricing, I can just go to an Apple store and just go and get a MacBook Air for probably cheaper. It just it makes no sense. But I'm just waiting, for these things to be released, and maybe then I can go play with it, and because I don't have enough money, as you can see, to go to MWC and stuff and all those tech events and stuff. But I can probably go to the Apple Store and try it out and see how it is. But that's it. Those are my thoughts on the Apple Watch and Apple's keynote and the MacBook, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.